In southern Ontario, Hamilton getting ready for a big storm. Oh, yes, we do. And we've got a storm on the east coast and active weather on the west coast and plenty of cold air in between. Driving around town, nice to see the white. At least I think so. I don't live too far from Hamilton. And southern Ontario has turned a little green of late. Good to see you. The January thought, January almost behind us. We are on the doorstep of a new month. And here's what's coming. On this national forecast, an overview of the southern Ontario storm, winter storm warnings, advisories, watches south of the border. It is a mammoth low, bringing a lot of snow and rain to parts of the south, up through the Midwest at this hour. And it's moving into southern Ontario. Starting overnight tonight, cloud cover thickening up, winds are waking up to some snow, and it's going to move in quite steadily, slowly in terms of its advancement towards London, Hamilton, Guelph. But once it gets up to the Hamilton area, with strong easterly winds across the Great Lakes and across Lake Ontario in particular, conditions are going to deteriorate really quickly. So we'll go from okay visibility to moderate to low visibility. Sunday evening, overnight through Monday morning, winds, wind chills, dry, powdery snow, whiteout conditions, and this is going to have a big impact on this region. For the Monday morning commute in particular, easterly winds coming down Lake Ontario, and the accumulations will be 10 to 15 centimeters. Toronto through Kitchener, Cambridge could even be a little higher because the low has been trending a bit further north with every successive run of the computer models. And 25 to 35 centimeters of snow. That's a big impact low coming to the Great Lakes. A departing low for our east coast. We've still got another 5 to 10 centimeters of snow on the way. And our storm system for Ontario is going to be yet another nor'easter as we look ahead to Monday night, Tuesday. Some mild air with this one. Heavy snow, but also freezing rain and rain possible. Whew, we got a lot going on. What the? Wait a second. Really? Oh, yeah. Vancouver was about 7 degrees on Friday. Well, they look like they're smiling.
Happy January.
Yeah, happy January. Why not? Why not? I'm sure there are colder places to swim. Not that the Pacific's going to be particularly warm around Vancouver. Through Monday, we've got some showers. They basically pick up during the day on Sunday for the South Coast. They die down Sunday night. And speaking of nighttime, extreme cold warnings. Bundle up. Check your local forecast. There's a lot of very cold air. Those warnings extend through to New Brunswick. And we'll be back as Storm Watch continues. Places like Toronto have had half the normal amount of January snow. New Brunswick keeps getting snow. And places like Halifax and many areas in Nova Scotia have had far more rain than normal and less snow than average. That's the way the weather works sometimes. You're here at the right time, though. The national forecast. Suzanne and the weekend team. This latest nor'easter is lifting north, thankfully. A messy system. All types of precipitation across Newfoundland tonight. Snow in the west, northwest. Rain in the east. Drizzle. We've had freezing rain and some fog. Warm air and then colder air comes in behind the low for everyone. An additional 5 to 10 centimeters of snow for hard-hit New Brunswick. And this storm is slowly pushing north. Arctic air behind it, helping to feed and guide this next storm coming to Ontario. Now, no sign of a storm today. Big winter celebration, though, in Ottawa. Do you know what this is? It is a very long skateway. It's the longest maintained skateway. I think that's the right phrasing for it. It is an impressive outdoor rink, I'll say that. It's almost 8 kilometers long. The Rideau Canal, of course, is an impressive and long outdoor skateway in Winnipeg as well. And they both have a unique distinction. Enjoy both if you can at some point this winter. Winter storm weather warnings, watches, and advisories. South of the border, snow is not quite into Chicago yet, but it's coming. Then it's coming to Windsor, Ontario, London, advancing steadily during the day. And by afternoon, evening, starting to see some snow, Toronto to Niagara. A snowstorm Sunday night through Monday morning. 25 centimeters of snow, locally even more possible, 15 or so for the Toronto region. Further north it goes, the heavier the snow amounts will be. Drive safe, plan accordingly. Your local weather's ahead, then more Storm Watch. And what's going on? Why the party? Well, it's Winterlude, of course, the first of 3 weekends, and I can tell you from personal experience, it is a glorious winter celebration. Back to winter we are on this last day of January. Suzanne Leonard and the weekend team with you. Extreme cold warnings extend down to New Brunswick and all the way through to northeastern Alberta. Plenty of cold air, dangerous wind chills, feeling like the minus 30s or close to minus 40 in some of these northern areas. areas. Come into southern Ontario, and it's a winter storm warning and a special weather statement, a heads up for some heavy snow on the way. And it's going to be snow. It's going to be blowing, low visibility, near blizzard conditions possible, and significant accumulations. Show you the track of the low first. And with each recent forecast model run in the last 36 hours. It's been trending a little further north. In theory, that brings some of the milder air our way, but so far, no rain, no mix in the forecast, just straight snow. Sunday morning, starting southwestern Ontario, moving towards London, then Hamilton, Niagara. And once that low starts to move far enough north that the easterly winds kick in in good alignment down Lake Ontario, we will see lake effect snow, picking up the amounts, blowing it around even stronger, and we'll see a very slow Monday morning commute. Up towards Sudbury, out towards Ottawa, you'd never know there was a storm going on, but here you will. Big impact in a very densely populated area, locally 25 to 35 centimeters of snow. That's a foot or more in these regions. So amounts will vary quite a bit. There'll be quite a tight gradient. The further north you go, the less are the amounts. At the moment, Barrie's looking at less than 5 centimeters. North and east GTA out towards Kingston, 5 to 10. Most of Toronto going west, 10 to 15 centimeters, and then 15 through Mississauga, 25 certainly likely through the Hamilton region, and maybe even more, again, with those easterly winds. So the amounts will vary quite a bit. Bottom line, big impact storm on the way. I want to take you to some sunny, beautiful mountainous video in just a second, but I want to show you, oh, well, why not right now? Why not right now? Okay, so a big cool down and still warnings in the Atlantic provinces, Newfoundland and Labrador. A little more snow. It's still falling now. Your local forecast. Tough act to follow, a rodent. Oh, hello. Good to see you. I know, bated breath, right? Groundhog Day on Monday. 2nd of February. That's why I was thinking too. But yeah, what will happen? Well, let me give you the forecast and then you can base your plans on something concrete. How does that sound? Today's last day of January. It's great to see you. I know it's been not the greatest day, but if you love snow and snowstorms and you were safe and sound inside, this was your kind of day. St. John and Moncton, the big winners again today. 21 millimeters of rain for Halifax. You started and ended with snow. Snowing right now across the Maritimes. It'll continue tonight, and snow and freezing rain and rain across Newfoundland from west to east. Snow for Labrador, a number of warnings still. Common sense applies. I'm not going to show you all the warnings right now, but I am going to focus on what's going on here. We talked a lot about the Great Lakes storm 10 minutes ago when I last saw you. Notice the isobars bunching together. That means a lot of wind, so we'll still have some blowing snow tomorrow, some sea effect snow. The low departs, additional amounts, 5 to 10 centimeters. 5 centimeters, rain winding down, winding up the next storm. And it will be affecting you in Atlantic Canada. Nate Coleman telling you about that later in the program. Right now, I've got your forecast, so you can see there are winter storm warnings, watches, and winter weather advisories through the U.S., and the rain extends from Texas up to Illinois, and the snow extends from Illinois west, and it's advancing towards Ontario. In the north, out to New Brunswick and up to northern Alberta, we've got extreme cold warnings, but big snow on the way. Why? Well, we've got special weather statements and winter storm warnings, and they extend through the Niagara region, very densely populated area. Strong winds coming down Lake Ontario and deteriorating conditions from the southwest. The worst of it, and it could be 25 plus centimeters overnight Sunday to Monday morning. Stay with us.